Did you really have to re-release the exact same form factor? Isn't it a bit of a slap in the face to these customers who have been so loyal to you? Look at this puny little... You're telling me, in 2020, I'm watching my videos on something this tiny. Forget about laptops and desktops. Most of the world's primary communication device is this thing right here. What's gonna happen to the productivity when everything just shrunk down to 2016 levels? What even is the resolution of this display? You're telling me that in 2020, you're shipping a phone, any phone, I don't care, $400. You're shipping a phone with a power brick that's 5 watts. So I can charge my phone in a day. I can come pick it up a day later. I want to get a full charge. Ain't no quick charge here. It's still $400. Am I right? It's still $400. You got the ear pods in there with the lightning connector. But then again, when I'm looking at the Android side, particularly in the budget price point, you know what's still important to people at that price point? Headphone jacks. And they do still exist at that value proposition. And don't even get me started on the proprietary connector in general. We're still doing lightning. We're still at lightning right now in 2020. I got USB-C on everything. I got one charger to rule them all for all my other gadgets. But over here, I still need a proprietary cable. And God knows if you're ever going to embrace the universal solution, which is Type-C everywhere else. But that's just part of being in the ecosystem, isn't it? I just got to get used to the idea. Special cables. I get used to the idea. 5-watt power bricks in the box. Oh, you can get a better power brick. You just gotta buy it. You see, this is where the $399 starts to add up, doesn't it? Oh yeah, single camera unit. When's the last time you saw that? What year was that in? Oh, but you have the fast processor now, and you have the computational stuff. So it's gonna improve the photo so much. But again, why not go above and beyond? What, it's impossible? You can't throw a wide angle on there? You can't cannibalize the sales of your premium stuff? Okay, I get it. You really want the $1,000 sale, but you couldn't convince everybody. So you said, all right, fine. Fine, we'll give you $399. We'll let you guys have a budget iPhone. But we're gonna give you the iPhone from 3 years ago. Yeah, we'll upgrade the inside, but you think we're gonna put our designers back on, you gonna draw something new? You think we're gonna take all that machinery and redo it all over again? Huh? You crazy. For $399. We don't wake up in the morning for $399. And you're gonna enjoy that old phone. Alright? You're gonna enjoy those leftovers. Because you can't afford to eat in this restaurant. Nah, you're second rate, even by our standards. We're gonna give you the old phone over again. Look at this display in 2020, okay? Alright, that forehead and that chin, compared to the other stuff that shows up on the channel here, which feels like it's at least pushing. I mean, this is technology after all, isn't it? Progress, that's a part of it. Pushing the envelope, trying, taking chances. Where were the chances? What chances were taking here? I don't know, I personally got into technology because I found it inspiring. All these fresh ideas executed through engineering into physical things that you can hold, that you never expected. Oh, this didn't exceed any expectations. This is the epitome of meeting an expectation. But nah, it's Apple. Give them a pass. They got the ecosystem, remember? I need my iMessage. Everybody's on iMessage. What will they say if my bubbles change colors and I consider an Android device? No, I couldn't do that. I gotta have my FaceTime. Nah, I couldn't do that. I couldn't risk being cast out of this social group. I couldn't risk becoming a second-class Android citizen. Let me tell you what, you could, and you might be better off for it. This phone is embarrassing. It's embarrassing for a brand at the scale of Apple. It's embarrassing for a brand that has been so influential and inspirational, who has in the past exceeded our expectations many times. So many people are trapped inside the Apple universe that they're blind to what's going on outside. And I'll tell you, there are exciting things going on outside. All you have to do is check the channel to see all the various implementations and strategies that Android makers are taking. Because they exist in a universe that's competitive. They exist in a universe where you're not trapped on their hardware, any hardware. You can bounce around and move around, and so they gotta compete for real. There's tremendous mobility amongst Android users, where if one year your brand that you're currently with doesn't deliver what you're looking for, you can move. And you can pick up whichever messaging app you choose. From, yeah, we'll do a budget phone. Yeah, no problem, we'll do a budget phone. It's just gonna be the old phone again. Nah, our designers, our designers are too expensive. You can't afford those designers. Nah, Nah, they stay in a special room. They stay in a special room. To get in that room, $1,000 minimum. $1,000. Tell me, why can't this phone be exactly this form factor for everybody who wants a nice, slim and trim device? Well, why can't it be this form factor but have the display extend? Why? Why couldn't that happen? Is that impossible? Where you're in amazement of what humans were capable of creating. This is not one of those moments. Let's call this product what it is. This is a boring product. They're voting to stay trapped, and they're voting to buy hardware from 3 or 4 years ago. And if those fans don't exercise their mobility in the smartphone marketplace by choosing other brands every so often, then they only encourage the exact same thing to happen over again. Even if you're currently inside of the Apple ecosystem, now is the time to get some guts. Step outside and experiment with something else. Don't accept this design over again. Check out Android. Don't buy the iPhone SE.